My name is Ben Tuhoi Kenobi, and I'm the creator of Kiwijam. What a game jam is a very small amount of time that a bunch of people come together, sometimes online, sometimes in person, and then they just basically spend the next 40 hours or so just making a game.
We'll have it red and blue. Yeah. So I don't think we need it to be that chunk. 1,000?
I'll go with it, Tom.
30.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Nathan here. Cool.
I'm Jasper. I'm Jacob.
I'm Shane.
There's a pub down the Tonga, right? Up. Yeah, we've been attending the Kiwijams for a few years now. I think that's our third trip.
Yeah. So basically, it's Tetris, but you're in VR, and you've got a grid attached to your hand, and you've got to build up planes to try and clear them. So you've got to try and clear planes across your hand.
3D Tetris, but yeah.
So the tetraminos are coming at you from random directions, and you've got to try and move your hand to pick up the blocks and put them on your grid.
We're kind of planning to have some kind of prototype in VR where you can catch Tetris pieces by the end of today. None of us are really game developers. We just kind of, during game jams is like our only time that we do game developments.
A lot of us have been programming for a few years now. We just enjoy it. So happy that we have much. You're doing great at this.
We think it's an interesting concept, not necessarily going to work. Well, yeah, we'll have to see what other people come up with for part of the fun.
We've got some fruit. I'm going to pop out and get some more bowls because we're low on bowls. But until then, enjoy. Cheers.
Most people don't know each other. They kind of just meet each other when they come here. So there's a lot of chaos on the first night where people are just kind of like introducing themselves to each other, trying to find a group, trying to find a place for their skill set. And we do have a deadline on the Sunday, so there's kind of like a pencils down where we all stop working and then show our game to each other. But we give everybody about a week to like submit their game online if they want to do a couple little changes or just polish it up. Some people just want to be done with it. Some people want to make a couple of changes before they put it up. Some people think they're onto something really, really good and they don't put it up at all because they actually want to turn it into something commercial, which has happened in the past.
Hi, I'm James. I've been an indie developer for 7 or 8 years, and this is my third Kiwijam, and I'm bringing my daughter Mina along for her first Kiwijam.
Yeah, I'm like the tester, so I basically just play the games for them.
Yes.
And I like add like things like that I think would make the game funner, but then Daddy would always like get a little annoyed at me and like, now this is my game.
Stop trying to change my game.
Hi, I'm Yannick.
I'm Alex.
So we're 3D printing our parts at the moment. So we've got them all arranged on here, and it's just heating up, and it should start printing in a second, hopefully. So the themes adapt, so we kind of thought of adapters. So we're making a game where you have to like build your own adapter. So these are like all the different shapes that are included in the adapters. There's like a star, a semicircle, a square. So we're just going to print those out, and then there's going to be a base plate that will laser cut later on, and they're going to fit into there, basically. Is the plan, so we'll see how it goes.
This just seemed like a really cool opportunity just to get to use the makerspace, not necessarily just to make a game, but also just to get in here and use all the really cool tools that the university has. And a lot of the time it's during the week when you have lectures and stuff, so we don't have the most time to be able to use it, but now we have like the whole weekend to just make something that we think is really cool, something we're passionate about. Here it goes.
and just a really cool environment as well, I think, with a whole bunch of other people that are passionate about making games. I think a few of them are thinking about making something physical and the rest something on their laptops and stuff, so keen to see what everyone comes up with and show off what we make, and yeah, cool environment, I think. First game jam for both of us, so
Yeah, it's our first game jam.
So yeah, just keen to make something and see what everyone else comes up with, and hopefully have a good time. So these are the plugs that you're going to construct, so it's still a bit shoddy at the moment because we're going to glue these together eventually. There we go. But you'll slot them into this, you'll slot them through all three of them at a time rather than one at a time. And then this is going to be on the top, so it's like, that's a New Zealand socket, and then this is your international adapter for this crazy country that's got this crazy socket, and that you have to use a semicircle and triangle and whatnot for. And then it's the first person to build their thing and plug it into the power socket, which I'm designing at the moment, and that'll win.
Are we happy for now?
So our game is Tetris in 3D and VR. The idea is that instead of having a 2D plane, you rotate your plane, which you can land Tetris pieces on in 3 dimensionals. So you're effectively building a cube instead of a columns up. So the idea with that is trying to adapting Tetris to another dimension.
We've got our game world and stuff all looking nice, but you can't actually get your Tetris pieces to snap into your grid.
Yeah, so that's the primary sticking point. There is so much math and so much code for what should have been such a simple thing to effectively take a nearby Tetris piece and snap it into the three-dimensional grid when it gets close enough. Unfortunately, we've got so many bugs. Yeah, but we'll see if we can get the snapping working in the next 2 hours.
And we're just figuring out what we're doing with our box to test out the plug into the socket. It's just a lot of time that you need to actually make physical stuff. On the 3D printers obviously take a couple of hours to print stuff, and then designing all the stuff for the laser cutters takes a long time as well. I guess it's one of the challenges of making something more physical, but I think we've enjoyed it so far. And cool to at least have a bit of a prototype that kind of explains the idea and is playable. And I don't know if it's the next big idea, we can redesign it from the ground up and take it to the worldwide market.
Making a game at Kiwijam is a bit different to making a game in the industry or in the workplace. Because you have so much less time, you're able to take risks. We really encourage really early on in the process for people to really think out there in terms of ideas. You can definitely not go wrong with doing something too crazy. And in a lot of ways, I think that's similar to the 48-hour film fest, right? It's an ability to try something a little bit weird, a little bit experimental.
I'm Josh. This is my team. We don't have a name.
No.
Oh, there's a possible name for the game, and unfortunately we printed it on all of our cards, so that changes. That could be an interesting time. It's Habitat. It's punny, yes. But yeah, it's like a habitat and adapt. The theme being adapt. And so we're sort of thinking about
different terrains and
habitats.
Yeah, habitats. And then you're trying to get into the different terrains by transforming into different animals that can live in the terrains.
So, for example, a blue whale. I'm messing with it. But the idea is that, yeah, you say.
These are the different tiles which have been laser cut.
So there's 6 of those.
Yeah. We really wanted to try out the 3D printer and the laser cutter and do some painting as well.
So to have an excuse to do that isn't just we want to print the biggest Pikachu on the planet. Sorry, he looks like he's puking at the moment. Ignore that.
Yeah, I think there's still things we haven't figured out, and we're probably just going to figure it out by playing a couple of times once we finish like this. So I think we've got most of it ironed out, and then just a couple of its pieces we'll just work out when we're like playing and testing.
You need to do about 30 seconds. I know I said 60 before, but I reckon 30 is enough to describe your game and also just say out loud where it is. Okay, so who wants to start? Who's over here? Jono?
They See Me Rollin' is a game for Game Boy Advance where you try to make the best out of a bad situation when your food truck drives off the side of a cliff and has to roll down the side.
Hello, we are tractors from all the way down, and we are located here. Our game is a stealth-based party game.
Adapter is a game about being in a weird, funky foreign country that's got a really weird power socket. So you have to build your own power adapter that's going to fit into that socket, so you can power all your favourite electronics. It's a completely physical game, and we'd love for you to try it out.
We have a little game called Hide and Sneak, which is about a cute little Arctic fox who's trying to escape the White Witch in Narnia. And you have to stay in the snow to keep hidden from her and try and find Aslan.
Is that sufficient? Did you do it, John? No. Oh, what did you say wrong? What did you say wrong?
He said that you have to find Aslan. You're supposed to find certain tables.
Idiot.
Our game is called Habadapt, and it's a board game where you're aiming to adapt to different terrains, so you can transform, attack other people, and cast spells.
So, you've got till about 6, and then we'll do our final wrap-up presentation, and we'll present the awards. Now, there's 25 games apparently, so you probably won't get a chance to play them all. Try and get to the ones that you really want to play as fast as possible. So, play hard, vote hard, eat pizza hard, buy hard.
Oh, pretty good. We didn't have huge ambitions this time, so it was more about the experience of me and Mina coming here and having a good time. And I didn't know how it would be at the end of the night, but she's actually told me to go away, and she's busy playing somebody else's game right now. So that's a pretty good result, I think. And we managed to finish. It doesn't quite. We've got a lose condition, but we don't quite have a win condition at the moment. So it's half a game.
Okay, so we were very close, but didn't quite make it in the end. We ended up with a not quite completed core mechanics there, but no win condition, etc. But we did solve the core problem in the end somehow. But with 20 minutes remaining, so yeah, we couldn't finish it. Overall, great time. Yeah.
Done. Okay, if everybody could come on down and we'll wrap this baby up. Okay, so first of all, thank you everybody for coming. I'll do a proper wrap up at the end, but I love this event so much, and man, this year you guys have really bammed it up a notch. It's been so amazing to see what you guys have done. So I'm literally going to see this well, it's not actually the first time, I briefly looked at it a few seconds ago, but this is hot off the press. Should we do the drum roll thing? Okay, all right. So this, for Kiwijam 2021, the Style Points Award goes to, you might have to tap on it, Chroma Chameleon. The idea behind the trophy is that it's supposed to be able to adapt to the number of people in your team. Theoretically, you can snap it into smaller pieces, like a Kit Kat bar. Do you want to try it?
Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Right, well done. Well done. Yes! And so next up we have the Out of the Box Award. I'm not exactly sure how you interpreted it, but drum roll please. Kiwijam 2021, the Out of the Box Award goes to... it's going to give it away, I don't know how to pronounce it. Capel? Quapple? QAPL. Completionist Award. All right. The Completionist Award, Kiwijam 2021, goes to Chroma Chameleon. The best award for Kiwijam 2021 goes to Chroma Chameleon. Well done, brothers. Cleaned up. Well done, well done, well done. This has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being as amazing and as energetic as you all were. All throughout the weekend, I'm walking past people, I'm hearing the best lines. This is just like my absolute favourite thing about the New Zealand game developers industry at the moment. When I got rid of everything else off my plate, this is the one thing that I wouldn't let go of, and I'd fight to the death to keep it as fun, as exciting as it is. So thank you all for showing up and for being as amazing as you were and for producing such incredible and creative stuff. Thanks to everybody who helped put it together. Thanks to myself. Thanks to me, yeah. Because I never thank myself and I always get in trouble for it. So thanks to myself. And yeah. Okay. That was Kiwijam 2021.